What's up, nerds? Back here with another comic book review. This is going to be a double comic book review. Got here the Future State Teen Titans Ruins issue, and then leading into the Teen Titans Academy issue 1. This is the new ongoing series of Teen Titans. I am a big Teen Titans fan. I'm a big classic Teen Titans fan, like the new Teen Titans. Not the new Teen Titans, not new anymore, from the 80s, the Wolfman Perez era Teen Titans that introduced us to Starfire and Cyborg and Raven and all that good stuff. I'm a big fan of that, but like most of you watching this video, like most of you, my introduction to the Teen Titans was when I was a kid and that Teen Titans cartoon was out and it was awesome. So that's where we know Red X from. He appeared kind of as a one-and-doner but a very beloved character in a great episode of that cartoon. So now with DC kind of being softly rebooted again with this Future State, their new kind of publishing initiative with the DC Comics, this new writer coming on to Teen Titans, that's Tim Sheridan. That's his big contribution. That's his big thing right now with this, at least as far as I know, with this first story arc on Teen Titans. He wanted to say, hey, remember that Red X character from the Teen Titans cartoon? I'm putting him in the comics. So this is his first comic appearance. And I didn't buy any Future State. I didn't go near it. I wasn't interested. I didn't believe in it. Didn't believe in the marketing, what they were trying to do. But then I caved, bought this, because I'm way too intrigued by this Red X guy being in the comics now. So this is actually old. This actually came out a little bit ago, and this is the more recent right here. As a Teen Titans fan, I gotta get in on this. This is way too cool. Even these covers look cool. That looks so cool right there. So anyway, going to get right into this. This is going to be a spoiler review. So if you're really into Red X or the Teen Titans, go out and buy it, because I don't really know what else DC's putting out, but I'm pretty sure this is the only really Titans-centric book going on right now. So this right here, going to start off with this. Pretty sure this was split up into 2 comics. That's why it's kind of a fatty. That's why it's $5.99, so $6. It's $6. I was like, oh my gosh, you're making me pay $6. But it's got 44 story pages, so it's really full. You know, kind of glossy cover, feels great, looks great. You know, very nice fancy paper. So it's like, okay, that's cool. Getting my money's worth. I'll get in on this. I actually bought this first, and then I came back and was like, yeah, I want the full story, and so I'm getting in on this. But really, unfortunately, I don't recommend this. It didn't lead into this at all, and I'm going to go over why. Going into this, like I said, I didn't read any Future State, so I had no idea what the hell is happening. I don't know what's going on. City's all gone to hell. And then you see a lot of the graves, a lot of the Titans are dead. You got Nightwing. I actually like this look. They're incorporating a lot of gold in here. Very throwbacky to when Dick Grayson first became Nightwing way back in the Wolfman Perez days by adding in that gold. But I know what you guys are trying to do. I dig it. And so they're going around Titans Tower. They grab this suitcase, but then he uncovers the Red X mask. So we all know that in that cartoon episode of Red X that it was a big mystery of who is Red X. The Teen Titans were getting their butts kicked by him, and it turned out to be Robin, or Dick Grayson. So Dick Grayson is Red X. So kind of flashes back. Really confusing, very interesting. I like this look for Cyborg. You know, Cyborg has been all juiced up now. Looks way different now, but I kind of like this more slimmed down look. Kind of like Colossus with all the lines on him going across like that. Beast Boy looking like Beast Boy. You know, I love his red and white color scheme that he's always had in the comics. You know, I'm a big fan of the Dick Grayson and Starfire relationship. They're kind of flirty. They're both kind of the team leaders, it seems like. But this is kind of a weird dystopian story. I have no idea what's happening. So it keeps jumping back and forth. That suitcase turned out to be the H-Dial from Dial H for Hero. Got all these new Teen Titans characters I've never seen or heard of before. Got this training montage. It jumps around like crazy. You got Raven fighting this really cool looking beast of some kind, but it turns out to be a simulation. I think that's Crush, Lobo's daughter. That's Bunker, who makes these like energy bricks, I think. Turns out to be like in her head or a simulation. She's talking to someone in a cell. And for some reason now, in present day, Beast Boy and Cyborg have combined to make Cy-Beast. I gave that a big ol' eye roll. I was like, what? So basically, and even Shazam, to me, Captain Marvel. I'm stubborn. I'll never stop calling him Captain Marvel. He's the true Captain Marvel to me. But for what he is called nowadays, he is Shazam. So he's on this team too, apparently. And then Dick Grayson goes back to the guy in the cell, lets him free. Turns out to be Red X. And Dick puts on this Deathstroke mask, and now he's Deathwing. So I'm like, what is going on here? Did I miss something? It's like, well, I did. So you can let me know in the comments, like, yeah, all this happened in the main Future State book. You should have been keeping up on it. You can't not recommend the book if you didn't get the story. It's like, yes, I can. Yes, I can, because this was marketed toward me. They knew I'd want this Red X Teen Titans stuff. I'm gonna buy it. So I really don't understand. I wish there was a recap. Wish DC did more recaps at the beginning of their stories, because don't really understand what's happening here. Don't think we're meant to, really, because it all leads into something else. Tim Sheridan, I looked him up because I never heard of him before, and he writes a bunch of cartoons. He wrote some of the DC animated movies and stuff like that, like Death of Superman, I think. And so this is probably his introduction into comics. So now he's doing the Teen Titans comics. So he's probably accepting the challenge of like, all right, time to do comics, you know? The action progresses very differently with panels and that sort of stuff. Sometimes he does it right, and then a lot of times you miss the action kind of happening in between the pages or the panels. Feel like I missed something. There's a lot of randomness. People get knocked down and then come back up in like 2 panels later. And you got, this was a cool picture right here. Love the art. Rafa Sandoval. He did a great job in the Rebirth era, starting out on Green Lantern, or Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps, which I wasn't reading, but then he got on The Flash, which I was reading. He's born to draw characters like Wally West and The Flash and stuff. He's really good at motion. I love his art. You see him running up over here, and then grabs Speedy. Is that the new Speedy? Little girl Speedy, or Red Arrow or something? And I guess they're all zombified or something. It's fighting, a lot of randomness. I don't know what's happening. Very convoluted. Red X runs up here and activates the H dial and just brings back all their fallen allies, and they beat whatever the giant monster is. Raven starts losing it. She's getting given into mind control, and then Shazam has got to take her away into the Rock of Eternity. And then it says here, Shazam's adventures continue in Future State Shazam issue 1. So I'm like, oh my gosh, did all this build up towards something that is not Teen Titans? So then I read that first, believing it was going to lead into this, but it doesn't. This opens up. It's completely different. Same team, written by Tim Sheridan, art by Rafa Sandoval, but it's completely different now. It's not even the same characters. Look, all of them are fine. Cyborg and Beast Boy are not combined. Nightwing doesn't have the gold on him. It's like, what? I'm so lost. Cool picture, though. Cool, nice shot. Good job, colorist. I love the look of the Titans Tower in front of them like that. They're pretty much getting a boatload of kids, the new recruits, new Teen Titans, basically, and a whole bunch of characters I do not know. I do not know these kids. And training montage, I guess, or introduction classroom montage. Interesting to see the classic lineup. Really, the only one missing is Wally West. It's like, where's Wally West? Guess he's in the Flash book, but it'd be great if he was in this book too, because you got Beast Boy, Cyborg, Donna Troy, Starfire, Raven, and Nightwing. So the only one missing is Kid Flash, Wally West. Of course, he's not Kid Flash anymore, but you know, we all know that. It's cool seeing them together. I love that team. Love seeing them together, and it's cool seeing them being put all in teacher positions. That's a new challenge for them. They got to teach these young kids that they're going to be the superheroes of tomorrow, and they're going to show them the right way how. There's a lot of dialogue from Nightwing saying how they've tried to do this so many times before and it's failed. This time they're going to do it right. I kept thinking to myself, so they were doing it wrong all this time. That's really weird that you put it that way, as if each time before was a failure. But I thought that was kind of weird writing from Tim Sheridan. I guess Arsenal or Roy Harper is dead, because you got a statue of Roy Harper right here. That kind of sucks, because the last time I was really invested in a Titan story was during Rebirth with Dan Abnett's, and Brett Booth's Titans run. And he was a member of that team, and he worked great. He had a romance developing with Donna Troy that I was really enjoying. So it sucks that he's dead. Got these new characters. Nothing really happens in this issue, come to think of it. They're kind of asking questions about Red X. Hey, we've heard the story of Red X, but Nightwing doesn't really want to talk about it and stuff. Kind of random part of These Heroes plus Kid Flash. Good to see him again. I didn't like him at first, but he was in the Flash book a lot, and he really grew on me. So it's good to see Rafa Sandoval drawing him again. But they're just fighting this random bad guy. Who's he? Clock King. And then the threat kind of gets wrapped up off screen. The rest of the Titans are just kind of watching it. You have, I don't know who this character is. Another new superhero training. He's fighting this fight simulation of Red X, so you can tell this kid's really interested of the Red X persona. And then Donna Troy kind of talks to him and pretty much starts sparring with him. You know, other characters I don't care about. Nightwing's birthday. Kind of cool shot. I like seeing them all together. They're having a party. It's good art. Not a whole lot happening, though. The story's very convoluted. I don't really know what's happening. Busts out the original Red X mask. That's the only thing I think that came from this comic, that he mentioned that he found the original Red X mask. And then they bust that kid who was just sparring with Donna Troy, but then I was like, where'd she go? Then he bolts out of there. It's like, does he have super speed now all of a sudden? Because he just ran away from them. And there's kind of some flirtatious dialogue between Nightwing and Starfire. And I'm like, all right, that's good. That's a big bonus for me. I mean, I don't buy comics for the romance, right? But no, seriously, I'm a big fan of Nightwing and Starfire. Being on a team and being in a relationship. I'm really not into them not being together, come to think of it. That's a really classic duo. And then it just ends with this tease of Red X. And see, that's some Tim Sheridan new to comics kind of writing, where just turn the page, it's randomly Red X. It's like, where was he this whole time? You know, he's there on the cover, but then there he is at the end. Who is he? I must know more. That's how they get you to buy issue 2, right? But this story was so kind of convoluted and it didn't really flow well that I don't know if I can get issue 2. Look how cool those look together. This obviously isn't the standard. You know what the standard looks like based on the thumbnail. It's just Red X sitting in the middle of a classroom. Kind of a waste of good Rafa Sandoval artwork. This is a way cooler. This is the variant cover. Look how cool these look next to each other. So obviously it's a must for a Red X fan, but other than that, it just wasn't written that great. So that's my take. You can comment below and tell me if I'm full of crap, that maybe I should, if I wanted to understand it, I should have read everything else. Well, I'm not going to. So if you could clear things up for me, do that too. You know, maybe you read more Teen Titans comics than me and you know what's happening. I thought I was under the impression, though, that Tim Sheridan was doing something new, that this was the jumping on point, and I couldn't be more confused. So not a recommend. Case of cover's the best part, except ×2, because both of these, the cover was the best part. This was more doable than that. This was 100% confusing. This at least seemed like there was something here. Just was written convoluted, so let me know what you think. Thank you for checking out this video. Go out and buy comics. Talk to you later. Bye.